Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Stoic Compass. I'm Jim Walker, and today Ellie's going to explain why I can't break my bad habits, which is basically every episode.
Not every episode. Last week we discussed your impatience,
Which is also a bad habit.
Exactly my point. I'm Eleanor Vance, and today we're examining Darius Foro's article, Why You Can't Break Your Bad Habits. Jim, before we begin, how many times have you tried to quit checking your phone during meals?
Well, I'll be darned. Are we starting with my failures already?
Answer the question.
Maybe 7 times this year?
And your current streak?
I made it through dinner last Tuesday.
1 meal in 7 attempts this year.
When you say it like that, it sounds pathetic.
It is pathetic, and you're not alone. Quick reminder, if you enjoy Jim's public humiliation in the name of philosophy, hit that subscribe button. So here's what's fascinating about Foro's article. He's tried every conventional method to break bad habits. Habit substitution, willpower, accountability partners, tracking apps, and none of it worked long-term.
Wait, none of it?
None of it. And the most popular advice, replace a bad habit with a good one, he says is fundamentally wrong.
But that's what everyone says to do. Every self-help book, every podcast,
Everyone is wrong, and I can prove why using Stoic philosophy.
I'm listening.
First, we need to define what a bad habit actually is. Foro says it's anything you do or don't do that has no positive return. Jim, give me an example from your life.
Oh, putting me on the spot?
Yes.
Okay, I delete social media apps off my phone, then 3 days later I reinstall them. Every single time.
Perfect example. Now, why do you reinstall them?
Because I get bored, or I tell myself I need to check something important.
Indeed. But let us consider what you're actually doing. You're not bored, you're uncomfortable. And instead of sitting with that discomfort, you're escaping. This is key.
So I'm running away from boredom?
You're running away from yourself. Marcus Aurelius wrote in Book 5 of Meditations, "At dawn, when you have trouble getting out of bed, tell yourself, I have to go to work as a human being." You're avoiding the work of being human.
That's actually kind of harsh.
Stoicism is harsh. It's not a comfort philosophy. Now, here's Foro's list of bad habits. Eating junk food, smoking, drinking excessively, complaining constantly, watching the news obsessively, endless social media scrolling, lashing out at loved ones, being sedentary, procrastinating. How many of these do you do?
Are you counting?
I'm counting. Answer honestly.
Well, I'll be darned. Maybe 4 or 5? Is that bad?
It's average. Most people have 4 to 7 bad habits they can't break. And here's the critical insight. Nobody feels good after doing these things. You know they're bad while you're doing them. Yet you continue. Why?
Because I'm weak?
No. Because you're human. And this is where conventional advice fails. Let me explain the psychology. If you drink alcohol daily and eat unhealthy food, what happens when you only quit drinking?
You're still eating junk food?
Right. And eventually, you're eating a burger and thinking, you know what would make this better? A beer. Then you're back to drinking. The bad habits support each other.
Oh, like when I delete Instagram but keep Netflix, so I just binge shows instead?
Exactly. You're treating the symptom, not the disease. Epictetus taught that we must distinguish between what's in our control and what isn't. Your habits are entirely within your control. You just don't want to admit it.
Ouch.
So here's Foro's radical solution, and I warn you, it contradicts everything you've been told about habit change.
I'm ready.
If you want to break your bad habits, you must break all of them at the same time.
Wait, what? All of them?
All of them, simultaneously. His exact words, go all in or don't go at all.
But every expert says to focus on one habit at a time. You're telling me they're all wrong?
They're wrong about breaking habits. They're correct about forming habits. These are 2 completely different psychological processes.
Okay, you need to explain this because it sounds insane.
Indeed. But let us consider the mechanism. When you break one bad habit but keep the others, you leave the escape route open. You're still avoiding discomfort, just through a different door. The Stoics understood this perfectly.
How so?
Virtue is indivisible. Marcus Aurelius wrote that you cannot possess wisdom without courage, nor courage without temperance. The virtues support each other. Similarly, your vices support each other. You cannot eliminate one while feeding the others.
So it's all or nothing?
All or nothing. And this brings us to the most important question Foro asks. How serious are you about living a purposeful life?
That's a heavy question.
Your life is a heavy matter. Why do we fall back on bad habits? Because life is difficult. We face stress, setbacks, disappointments constantly, and our natural response is to escape.
Right, like when I say, I just need to unwind with some Netflix.
You're lying to yourself. Seneca wrote about this extensively in On the Shortness of Life. We claim we don't have time, but we waste hours on trivialities. We feel empty and lonely, so we fill that void with nonsense. Everyone's nonsense looks different.
Like what?
Some people eat chips and watch movies. Others scroll their phones all night. Some hit the bar. Others buy gadgets they don't need. Different mechanisms, same function, avoiding what actually matters.
So what's the alternative?
Complete transformation. Not incremental improvement. Transformation. You need to take care of your body and mind. Sleep well, eat properly, exercise regularly, read, reflect on your actions, and crucially, be someone others can count on.
But how do you actually do this? Like, practically?
First, identify all the habits holding you back. Write them down. Second, decide right now, not tomorrow, not Monday, right now to quit all of them.
Right now, this very second?
This very second. Marcus Aurelius said you have power over your mind, not outside events. The moment you decide, you become a different person. Clean slate.
But won't that be overwhelming? Like, won't I just fail immediately?
Here's the beautiful part. Once you've eliminated all bad habits, you suddenly have mental capacity to form multiple new habits simultaneously.
Wait, I thought we could only form one habit at a time?
You can form one habit at a time per life area. Career, health, learning, money, relationships. 5 habits, 5 domains. For career, show up earlier. For health, run daily. For learning, dedicate 1 hour to skill development. For relationships, practice kindness. For money, save 20%.
That's still a lot. What if I mess up?
Epictetus taught that even if you fail 1,000 times, you simply begin again. The commitment is what matters. Book 4 of Meditations. Be like the headland against which the waves continually break, but it stands firm. You don't need perfection. You need resolve.
So it's about deciding who you want to be, not just what habits you want to change?
Precisely. This is what the Stoics called oikeiosis, becoming properly aligned with your rational nature. You're not tweaking behaviors. You're choosing a fundamentally different mode of existence.
Well, I'll be darned. That actually makes sense.
Of course it makes sense. The Stoics weren't idiots. Now, Jim, I'm going to put you on the spot.
Oh, no.
What bad habit are you committing to break right now? And before you answer, remember, thousands of people are listening.
Right now? On air? With witnesses?
Yes.
Okay, fine. I'm done with procrastinating on difficult conversations. I avoid conflict because I'm impatient with discomfort, but that just makes everything worse.
Good, that's honest. For me, I'm stopping my obsessive email checking. My perfectionism manifests as constant monitoring, which is completely counterproductive.
Wait, you're doing this too?
Of course. I just spent 15 minutes explaining why we need to go all in. I'd be a hypocrite otherwise.
So now we're both publicly accountable.
That's the point. Commitment requires stakes.
What have I gotten myself into?
Virtue. You've gotten yourself into
If
virtue.
you want to break your bad habits, break them all. No excuses, no escape routes, and apparently no privacy.
If you enjoyed this episode, please subscribe. It helps us reach more people with philosophical discussions that actually change lives.
Until next time, stay committed, stay virtuous, and don't let Ellie catch you cheating. She will know.
This podcast is powered by VoxCrea.ai, where ideas find their voice.